Hi, everybody. I'm Bree, the plant lady, and there's my hardest working assistant, Reginald. And today I'm super excited. Well, first of all, I got some holiday decorating done, and I thought that this would be fun to sort of show you inside the house. But I'm really, really stoked to share that I found some extra seeds that I'm going to be able to package and have available for attendees on Saturday, December 6th from 2 to 4 for the Cottage Garden demonstration class. We've got a few slots open, so I'm putting the link in the description. And, back in August when I was packaging seed, I knew that I would run out, so I purposely stashed some. And it wasn't until today that I actually got into that refrigerator and found like the honey hole. So I'm really, really excited about that. The class is rain or shine. The forecast isn't looking great, but we will be doing some of it at least in the greenhouse, but definitely dressed for the weather. But because the forecast isn't looking as good as I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and preemptively get some bed prep done that I was planning to do in the moment. So let's head outside while the sun is shining and the temperatures are still pretty mild. And I'm going to show you exactly how I'm prepping this bed to get it ready for direct sowing with poppies, larkspur, nigella, bachelor buttons, and calendula. All the things that I just discovered today. So I'm going to leave these two partial bags because I think we can, at least in some context, do this for the class because, this one with the two of us, we can just dump it out. Oh, there's my hand matic. Fantastic. Couldn't find it all weekend. But the other side, I've got the full bags. And though I love to save the bags, I also love to not work unnecessarily hard. So I'm actually gonna slice these bags open down at the bottom. And the reason I'm doing that is for two things. It's gonna be really easy to rake it out, but I'm also gonna be able to keep the tops. And then if we have a late frost, I can actually just put these bags over plants that have leafed out that might be tender. And so they actually do have a purpose, even though I'm not preserving them in their traditional sense as being a bag with a bottom. So that's my plan for today because it's sunny and the forecast is not looking super promising. And I really do want to have this bed prepped as an example for Saturday's class. I was planning on using all the yard, but I think if it's raining, nobody's going to want to do that. And, it's Monday. It's really difficult to actually say what the forecast on Saturday is going to be. I've been in North Carolina long enough to know that, you can't count on Monday's forecast to be accurate for the weekend. But I've already had a couple of people ask, is this going to be an outside class? And yes, it is. There's not a lot of point in demonstrating cottage gardening from inside the greenhouse. But I don't want people to hate coming to my classes. So I'm going to do what I can to make it as amenable to December weather in North Carolina. Sometimes it's beautiful like today, and sometimes it's cold and rainy, and you just can't tell when you're picking dates months in advance. And for those of you who haven't been following all of my videos, just a quick recap. This bed was started last year on New Year's Eve because that's what plant people do. We rented a sod cutter and we removed the existing turf, which is a mix of centipede and basically anything else that's green. I didn't have a lot of compost at the time, so I just used what I had. I overseeded it with poppies and larkspur, and they did okay, but the bed prep wasn't really sufficient. So then this summer, I added another bag of soil cube, which also wasn't enough. But it did great. The summer planting was okra and cotton, coleus, peppers, and eggplants. And all that stuff did great, but it got frosted. So I cut all of it down. I did not remove the roots, and I did not remove any of the existing mulch that I had put down in the summertime. I'm a summer mulch person, I think mulch is great for trapping moisture in the summer. Mulch is not great for getting poppies to germinate, which is why I don't mulch in the winter. So once I got the bed cleaned, I've been putting all of the leaves that have fallen in the lawns, chopped up by the lawnmower, into the bed, and that's about 3 inches thick. And now I'm top dressing with 2 more yards of veggie mix, and then I'll be able to direct seed on top of that. So this is basically like the lasagna gardening, where you're just layering different types of organic matter. All of that will break down. The roots of the plants will act as a rototiller. So you don't need to go to that much work. And I never recommend that much soil disturbance, because then you get all of these dormant weed seeds up to the surface. It actually makes your life significantly more difficult. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back on time lapse now, because I'm going to get busy getting all this compost out while the sun is still shining. Well, everybody, I'm super happy with how this came out. I think this might be the best bed prep that I have ever done in my entire life. And I know this bed is going to look amazing for the Spring Open Garden, Saturday, May 9th from noon to 4 p.m. As always, that event is free, no registration, rain or shine, Saturday of Mother's Day weekend, and all the poppies should be in full bloom. So obviously, next steps are going to be to get this direct seeded, but I'm waiting until Saturday for the class that I'm hosting. Remember, we still have a few slots left, and I found more seed that's going to be available for purchase for attendees only. Well, as you can see, I have got the greenhouse decorated, and I am starting to get the table organized with seeds that I'll have available for purchase on Saturday to the attendees of the cottage gardening class. I've got lots of seeds still to package. And if we do have really terrible weather, I'm going to do a portion of the demonstration as a PowerPoint. I have beautiful PowerPoints to support this, so I'm not going to torture everybody standing outside in the rain. We'll be here in the cozy greenhouse, and well, it's not the worst way to spend the first Saturday of December. I do hope you'll be inspired by this. Be sure to order some veggie mix if you are in the distribution range. You can use my code BreeGrows25 through the end of December to save $10 on every big bag that you order online. It gets delivered right where you want it, and it makes gardening super easy. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and happy gardening, everybody.